Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Hey ladies and gents, welcome back to Coastal Living. Now sitting with me is a South Texas Tennis Service representative for the United States Tennis Association. You fancy. But she was also a dear friend of James Reagan. Please welcome Katie Rogers. Thank you for being here with us today, Katie.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you look fabulous, honey. Can we talk about your challenge that you had this morning?
I did. I had a 2-year-old actually lock me out of my bedroom when it was time to take a shower. So it made for a little bit of a challenge, but we're here.
So Katie's had a rough morning, but she doesn't look like it. You look beautiful. Thank you for joining us. So tell me how you became involved with TOKC.
James and I shared a passion for the sport of tennis, and although I was a lot older than he was, we truly established a bond around a sport that we both thought we would play for a lifetime. James's life was cut short at the early age of 20. However, he left behind a foundation that so many rally behind each and every single day, and that is Triumph Over Kid Cancer. I've been an avid supporter of TOKC and a fun haver since its inception. I'm not involved just because of my love for James and the Reagan family. I stay involved because I'm aware and I know the importance of raising awareness and raising research funding for pediatric cancer. And although I miss my friend every single day, I know his spirit lives on through the work that's being done, through the annual toga party, through the Giddy Up race, on the golf course, and in the hearts and minds of so many.
Absolutely. And how many years did you know him
Oh my
through
gosh.
tennis?
I've known him since he was 13 years old.
13.
And he passed away when he was 20.
So I'm sure you got to witness him go through quite a bit through that struggle with cancer. Tell me about what you witnessed and how you were able to be there for him as a friend.
I watched a promising young man who had a promising tennis career and a beautiful future find out that he was terminally ill. And unfortunately, because of the treatment options that were available, we knew that more than likely he would not survive. Now everyone handles their own diagnosis differently. Yes. James did not get sad. James did not grieve. Instead, I watched him evolve into one of the most wonderful and inspirational young men that I've ever met. He made it his passion and his mission to ensure that although he had to pay the ultimate price, that kids after him would no longer have to face the devastation that cancer can cause.
Absolutely, and I mean, we've had many affirmations of how amazing of a person James was, but not only that, how he did handle his situation in a way that was benefiting kids in the future. And we've got a photo of him right there from the toga party. So handsome. Now explain to me, you mentioned it's not just because of James, you understand the importance of pediatric cancer. Tell me why it's so important for our viewers at home.
The statistics are alarming. Each year, 175,000 children are diagnosed with pediatric cancer. And unfortunately, James saw firsthand the critical funding gap for research that went into pediatric cancer. The protocols and drugs that were used for his treatment had not seen any improvements in decades. So absolutely. So in 2006, he dedicated his life to raising awareness and research funding. And although James is no longer with us, TOKC works tirelessly to be the voice for all families dealing with this dreadful disease, and they do a fantastic job. It's vital that we all continue to raise community awareness around pediatric cancer and continue to raise funding for this cause.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned before, it's a tragedy that we've gone so many years without much advancement in the medication, especially for the pediatric patients. What sets TOKC apart from other groups that raise money for cancer awareness?
Absolutely. So all of the funds that are raised by Triumph Over Kid Cancer are matched dollar for dollar by MD Anderson and now by Texas Children's Hospital.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we've added that. So every contributor's dollar is automatically doubled. The doctors who are overseeing TOKC's funded projects are working tirelessly to improve research into effective therapies that will one day cure cancer. They've also changed their mission, or not, they've added to their mission, I should say, once they realized the immense impact that they could have just by visiting hospitals and bedsides, by hosting events and activities for these children that are dealing with cancer still. So they're really, really good about going and visiting these hospitals and bedsides. They do a fantastic job of just bringing happiness to these families and to these children that are currently dealing with this awful disease.
Absolutely. So it is very important. We want to raise money for research, especially because a lot of the medication and treatments that they're receiving have these adverse effects that might help heal a certain form of the cancer, but then you've got the negative effects on the other end of the spectrum. So we do want to raise awareness, and we can get involved with the Do That One Thing as well. How do we do that before we go?
So I am going to talk to you guys a little bit about the TOKC's Do That One Thing. There's an online auction that is now open, and it's open through October 7th.
Awesome. You've got time.
We do. So I'm not sure if there's a graphic available for that, but you can find a link on the TOKC's official website, on their Twitter account, on their Facebook account, Instagram. They have a great variety of items available to bid on, from gift certificates and electronics to jewelry and vacation packages.
Something for everyone, and that's triumphoverkidcancer.org,
Yes,
right?
yes.
All right, easy to remember, or you can just Google TOKC, and I promise all of the links will pop up. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Telling a story and helping raise awareness for Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. Thank you so much.